So welcome back to the channel, hope you're doing alright. I'm just going to give you all a quick update so far on some of the modifications that I've made to the Aprilia and just let you know about some of the plans that I've got.
I'm seeing shimmers in this long-lasting dream.
That I've got for it. I'd mentioned before on a previous video about not wanting to ride on the roads anymore, and that I was planning on turning this into a track bike, and got some sort of controversial comments really, and I just wanted to clear up my thinking behind that and show you some of the updates. So yeah, I'll talk a bit more about turning this into a track bike in a bit, but in summary, I'm going to get some CRC race fairings being fitted on this next week, and then I'm booked in at Sublime Designs to get it making a cool wrap on it. So it's not just going to be any old track bike with some plain old fairings, and I'm going to make sure I do it right. But yeah, let me just walk you through some of the updates that I've done on the bike so far, starting from the front. So, I put on a Gilles or Gilius lever guard. I think you saw some of these on the previous video. These ASV levers, they are so cool. I really like those. They feel brilliant. They're absolutely rock solid, and they bend back like this, look. I've also put some RNG protection on there, on the back down there, on the swing arm. I've got some RNG protection here. There's some GB racing covers are getting fitted at the same time as my fairings as well. So there's going to be some engine covers on there. What else have I done? Obviously you've seen by now the Akrapovic exhaust and the carbon hanger. And there's also on there, I don't know if you can see, but there's an Evotech. There's an Evotech radiator guard there, so it's just protection stuff and an exhaust at the minute. But the main sort of point of this, other than showing you those things, was just to talk about why I was going to turn this into a track bike. Oh, I forgot I put some mirror blanking plates on. How exciting. Yeah, so I got loads of comments when I mentioned this before. Like, what you putting a 20 grand track bike on the track for? What a waste. Blah blah blah. And it's kind of like, well, there's 3 points to this.
Right, so as I was saying, track bike plans. So yeah, I think people think I'm a bit nuts or being a bit extravagant making this 2020 RSV4 1100 factory into a track bike only. But there is genuine method to my madness around this. I said at the very beginning of when I started this journey in my channel and getting back into bikes after 15 years, that the majority of my riding was going to be mainly track stuff, because that's what I enjoy doing, and honestly that's where I feel the safest. And next year, looking at diaries and what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to do 12 to 14 track days next year. Which would include at least one sort of 3-day Euro visit, maybe 2, depending on if I can get the wife and kids to buy into it. So when I look at all that track time that I've got there coming up, which is all going to be on this, and then I multiply that by the amount of extra time I've got outside that to ride bikes, weekends, evenings, all that kind of stuff, it's almost none, because I've got 3 kids under 6, well, Jacob's 6, but I've got 3 kids at 6 and under. I've got a 50-60 hour a week job and a wife, you know, and it's kind of like I don't have much more time to go out and ride the bike anyway. So Super Naked for the Road series is really just to sort of fill that gap and make it a bit more pleasant, because this is not a pleasant road bike really. It's a laugh, but it's not for cruising around when I want to go on a, when I do get a bit of time to ride to the seaside or something. I'd much rather do that on a Super Naked. But anyway, I digress. So this is going to get used a lot, and it's going to get I'm going to get my money's worth out of it, trust me. So I could buy something at 10 grand, a dedicated track bike, and that'd come with all sorts of anxiety. Who's had it before? How have they looked after it? Has it been serviced? Has it been bent? You know, there's so many horror stories go around about, you know, repaired bikes getting put back together, and oh Jesus, I just don't want to deal with that. And let's say I did do that and pick up a lemon, I could soon drop 2, 3, 4, 5 grand into it to make it right and safe again without even a heartbeat. So, you know, I'm not a million miles away from the cost of this after that anyway. You know, I'm not going crazy with this. I'm just, as I mentioned, I'm having some race fairings fitted from CRC next week, and then I've got 3 track days at Donington in fairly short succession, and then it's going to Sublime Designs to get all ready and get a new pretty dress on for Jerez at the end of November. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So I spend 10 grand and I get a lemon, and there's a lot of anxiety, and that all comes with it. Whereas I can spend whatever I've spent on this and enjoy it more than I would on the road anyway. If I never did track days, I'm going to be going out so much on it. And it's going to be in a position where it can go back to standard. You know, nothing's going to come off the bike or change that I can't get the guys that park it to put right and put back to standard. So when I want to part exchange this again, or trade this in, or do whatever, or sell it, you know, I'm going to be able to get retail money for it. So actually, the cost of ownership for this, bearing in mind this is going to be a track bike, on the assumption I don't bin it, which is obviously a big assumption, is very low. But I've done everything I possibly can to try and mitigate the risk of major damage if I bin it. You know, I've got all the crash protection you want. There's GB racing covers going on. I think I mentioned that earlier. You know, if I crash on the CRC fairings, it's not a big deal. They're about 500 quid for a full set. I mean, it's fine. You'd be lucky to get one fairing from Aprilia for 500 quid OEM. So when I factor all that into it, you know, the risk of crashing, plus I'm not going to ride like a knob. You know, I'm a dad with 3 kids and a middle-aged man who's just about getting into Inter's group. You know, I'm not going bonkers. And I know you don't have to go bonkers, but I'm just trying to, like, give you some idea of how I'm calculating the odds of this in my head. And you know, when I add everything up together, and as I've just told you there, for me it's worth the risk. And for me, having a bike and a peace of mind with a bike that I know where this has been, always been mine, it's brand new from me, I know I'm going to look after it. And a real big kicker on this one is Aprilia not only provides you with a warranty, they provide you with a race warranty as well. So as long as I get this serviced in accordance with their race warranty guidelines, which I believe instead of 6 is 3,000 miles, so it's basically half the time, for example, then they're all cushy. I've not done anything to the bike that will void warranty. The exhaust was dealer fitted, the race map was fitted at the dealer. You know, I'll quite happily have it serviced there and use all the Aprilia parts, blah blah blah. So when I had all those things together with the warranty and peace of mind and more importantly, that's what I want to do. You know, it's my money. I'm in a reasonably fortunate enough position, and I say fortunate in loose terms because I work my arse off. You know, people don't know this, but I've got a fucking intense job and it's hard, but I work hard at it. And you know, this is my thing. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't buy expensive clothes, I don't go out very much anymore. You know, this is what I spend my spare money on. So, you know, it's up to me. I love this bike. I don't want any other bike. I don't want a different track bike. I want to take this on the track. I want to enjoy it and use it where it was designed to be. And yeah, you know, it's expensive, and I get, you know, not everybody can afford to do that, and I'm well aware of that, and that, you know, I'm lucky in some respects to be able to do this. But look, I'm rambling now, but I hope that gives you some ideas to my thought process. I'm not just being extravagant or wasteful or anything else. There's been a genuine consideration gone into this about buying track bikes and stuff. And for me, when I weigh everything up, the risks, the costs, the rewards, how much I love this bike, the race warranty, etc, etc, it just feels like the right move for me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a full season next year on track. We'll get to the end of next season and then we'll see what happens. There might be, I don't know, R1 might be, there's probably a new R1 due out, I think, actually. That might be cool. I might think it's time to buy a Ducati, God knows. But I'm still going to go down the Super Naked for the road. I'm still going to buy one of them. It'll not get used much, but I want one. So that's that. So those videos are going to continue. But yeah, look, just a quick update video just to tell you about some of the basic mods that I've done so far. These ASV levers for me are well worth the money and more. They're brilliant. I would suggest you invest in those. If you're going on track, the lever guards are invaluable. You know, we all like a nice exhaust, so I can't wait to show you what the race frames are going to be like when they've been done at Sublime Designs. That's going to be a cool video. They're going to let me film it. A friend of mine, Abhi, who runs the Chasing Tens YouTube channel, shout out to you, Abhi, up here. He put me onto them, and he's got a video up here of him using Sublime Designs as well, so go check out his video. He's a really cool guy, way better editor than I am. He's got some amazing content. So thanks to Abhi, thanks to Sublime Designs, thanks to everybody for watching. If you like the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button and subscribe for more content. It really helps me out. And if you hit the bell icon, it notifies you when I release new videos so you don't miss them. So thanks again, thanks to all the new subscribers and positivity I get. It's been overwhelming. I appreciate you all, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.
I'm seeing shimmers